What's up, guys? It's Andrew Grattan with Campbell and Brannon. I'm actually broadcasting live here from the Grattan household. This month, we are talking to you guys about underinsured properties. So one of the few positives that came from the COVID real estate years was that we did see dramatic rises in home values in Atlanta, which is great. Unfortunately, one of the unforeseen consequences of that is that we may have a number of owners whose value has increased, but what hasn't increased along with it is their coverage under their homeowners insurance policy. This is a great touch point for you guys to reach out to past clients because we're seeing something like 65% of properties in Atlanta are underinsured, and they're very underinsured. I actually talked with a insurance broker recently that said, they're underinsured to the tune of, sometimes 30% of a gap between where they need to be and where they actually are. And speaking with some of our partners in the insurance realm, what they have talked to us about is that they recommend that owners reevaluate their policy every year, if not every 2 years, to make sure that what they have in place will adequately cover them. And it's important for homeowners to realize that what we're not looking at is the value of the home. Does the value of the home and the coverage policy, are they the same amount? Because that's not going to be enough. Because as you know, if the home is destroyed, there's not just the value of the home it's going to take to rebuild it. Really what you're looking at is the value of the home, and then also building costs, costs of labor, costs of parts. So all these things have to be taken into account, and the insurance providers can take that into account with replacement coverage, making sure that the replacement coverage is in line with where it needs to be in current times. Also, another key point is for them to make sure that they have an inflation guard endorsement in place to protect them. Another thing to think about too, with renovations, it's really important that homeowners alert their insurance carrier should they be taking on any renovations, especially major renovations, because typically the policy requires that the homeowner notify the insurer when they undertake those kind of projects. And if they don't, they may not be afforded the coverage that they think they have. Another great tool is guaranteed replacement. So there is actually a provision that you can have in your insurance policy that says whatever our limits may be in this policy, should full replacement of the home exceed those, that the policy is in place that it would guarantee full replacement costs. Yes, the premiums are a little bit higher on that product, but you're not left holding the bag should the policy not cover the cost of full replacement. And then one last thing on condos. Yes, we know condos are troublesome for a number of reasons, but also in the insurance realm. So the condos policy, the master policy, and the actual homeowners policy, they kind of work in unison. So homeowners that are in condos, of course, it'd be wise, especially at the purchasing stage, that they look at the covenants and see what it is that they as the homeowner are on the hook for as far as repair and maintenance, and what the HOA actually covers. And so getting those covenants early on and then providing them to their insurance person prior to closing will make sure that they are adequately insured. Should you have any questions on this topic or anything else, do not hesitate to reach out to us at Campbell and Brannon, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.